You make me move. You got it all inside of you. Feel it to be true. And when you dance, I'm in the groove.
Welcome to 365 Language Planet. This is Let's Speak, the live chat for learning and using English. This episode's theme is snow. I'll ask you 3 questions about this theme that you can answer in the chat or in the comments. After each question, you can ask me new questions in the chat or in the comments. Are you ready to learn and use English? Let's begin! The first question is, what do you like to do with snow? I love to make snowballs and throw them. How about you? What do you like to do with snow? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. You have 4 minutes. What do you like to do with snow? One more thing I like to do with snow is make snowmans. Snowmen. Make a snowman. How about you? What do you like to do with snow? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. One more thing I like to do with snow is go snowboarding. How about you? What do you like to do with snow? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. What do you like to do with snow? Sometimes I like to just stand outside and look at the snow, or even look at the snow from inside. How about you? What do you like to do with snow? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. What do you like to do with snow? When I was a child, I liked to make a snow fortress and have a snowball fight with my brother. How about you? What do you like to do with snow? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. What do you like to do with snow? I think so far I've said I like to make snowballs. Hey, K-Workshop! Thank you for joining tonight's show. K-Workshop says, I like to walk in the snow. Sounds great. And Y.O., thank you for joining tonight's show too. Y.O. says, I like to watch a snow view from a warm room and take a photo. Sounds great. I like to watch snow view from my home as well. What do you like to do with snow? please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. All right, if you're still typing, please continue, and you can share your answer in the chat or in the comments anytime. Now, you can ask me new questions in the chat or in the comments. You have 4 minutes. You want, you can ask me questions about snow, or you can ask me questions about anything. Hi, Takesh. Thank you for joining tonight's show. Takesh says, I like driving on snow. It's a little dangerous, though. I agree. I like driving on snow, too. But it is definitely a little dangerous. Some people like to take trips. What do you like to do with money? Some people like to go shopping, buy new video games, new toys. So yeah, you can ask me a question. You can ask me a question about snow, or you can ask me questions about anything. If you have a question, please feel free to ask me the question in the chat or in the comments. If you want, you can ask me questions about snow. For example, what's the biggest snowman you have ever made? Nice question, K Workshop. K Workshop says, what did you do today with snow? I took a walk around my house. I didn't do much. This morning, I rode my bike to the gym, and so I saw, I walked on snow a little bit, and I guess the big thing I did was I had a drink in the morning outside on the roof of my building, so I got a really nice view of lots of houses with snow on their roofs, which was fun. Great question. Does anyone else have a question? If you do, please feel free to ask me the question in the chat or in the comments. All right, Takesh has a question. Nice question. Takesh says, snow days, when my children were little, we often made a snowman together. How about you? Sounds fun. I haven't made a snowman with my son recently, but I love making snowmen. So I hope maybe if it snows again, we can make a snowman. Great question. Okay, if you're still typing your question, please continue, and you can ask me the new question in the chat or in the comments anytime. But now, let's move on to the second question of tonight's show, which is, do you have any favorite memories of snow? I have a lot of favorite memories of snow. I think my favorite memory of snow is having a snowball fight with my brother in my backyard as a child. We would make a kind of like snow fort, like a big wall of snow, and then we'd make lots of snowballs, and then we would throw the snowballs at each other, and it was lots of fun. How about you? Do you have any favorite memories of snow? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. You have 4 minutes. All right. Why? Oh, nice question. Do you like a snow shovel? I don't like it. I don't like it either. Yeah, shoveling snow is very hard. And A Highbridge, thank you for joining tonight's show. A Highbridge says, I like to take a bath in a hot spring while watching the snow. Me too. That is very nice. And Grandma Kay, thank you for joining tonight's show too. Grandma Kay says, hi, I'm not good with the cold to begin with. How about you all? I love the cold. So I don't know about anyone else, but I love the cold usually. Great question. It was really beautiful, and it was a very interesting time. How about you? Do you have any favorite memories of snow? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. Another one of my favorite memories of snow is when I was a child. My hometown had a lot of snow, and so my mom helped me deliver newspapers. At the time, I was a newspaper delivery boy. So usually I would deliver newspapers on my bike, but this time my mom drove me, but her car got stuck in the snow, and so I had to run home, get a shovel, and run back and dig out some snow so my mom's car could move again. It was kind of a fun memory. How about you? Do you have any favorite memories of snow? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. Another one of my favorite memories of snow is last year when I went to a ski park with my family and some of my son's friends and his friends' families, and another father and me made a really big snowman at the ski park, which was lots of fun. All right, Takesh. Nice answer. Says, my favorite memory of snow is when I was a child building a Japanese igloo and playing inside it. Nice answer. And K Workshop says, one of my favorite memories is riding my off-road motorcycle in the snow on Mount Akagi. Sounds fun. Nice answer. All right. If you're still typing, please continue, and you can share your answer in the chat or in the comments anytime. Now, you can ask me new questions in the chat or in the comments. You have 4 minutes. You can ask me questions about snow, or you can ask me questions about anything. For example, do you have any favorite memories of living in Japan? All right, why? Oh, nice sentence. YO says, yes, I do. When I was a child, I used to make a snow slope and play there. Wow, that sounds like lots of fun. Nice sentence, nice answer. Osaka Castle, which was really amazing and beautiful. How about you? Can you ask me a new question in the chat or in the comments? Anything is okay. You can ask me questions about snow or any topic. Talking about snow, I think a new question that would be good is, do you have any favorite places to go when there is snow? Sometimes people call the time like when there is snow, the snow season. All right, K Workshop says, do you want more snow this winter? Nice question. For me, I would say I don't really need more snow this winter. I love playing with snow, but I often ride my bike or walk to my jobs, and so snow is not very nice for walking to work or riding a bike. So I prefer no snow usually. But how about you, K Workshop? Do you want more snow this winter? Let me know in the chat or in the comments. If you have an idea for a question, please ask me the question in the chat or in the comments. I love to see the questions viewers have. All right, Takesh says, I have only skied twice. How about you? Great question. I have only skied when I was in elementary school. Since then, I have been snowboarding, and I usually go snowboarding about once a year. All right, K Workshop says, yes, I do. I love watching snow scene. Nice. Nice sentence. All right. If you're still typing, please continue, and you can ask me the new question in the chat or in the comments anytime. Now, let's move on to the last question of the show is, would you rather live somewhere that never has snow or has lots of snow? This is a tough question for me because I like both places. But if I had to choose, I think I'd rather live somewhere that has lots of snow, because places that have lots of snow usually have a long, cold season, and I usually sleep very well during the cold season. But how about you? Would you rather live somewhere that never has snow or has lots of snow? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. You have 4 minutes. Would you rather live somewhere that never has snow or has lots of snow? I kind of would like to live somewhere that never has snow because it's probably a very sunny place, and I think sunshine is good for my energy. Whereas a place that has lots of snow probably is often cloudy and doesn't have much snow, doesn't have much sunshine. And so that's one of the bad points about places with snow. But, places with lots of snow are, usually they have a long cold season, and I think that would be good for my sleep. So it's a really tough question for me. How about you? Would you rather live somewhere that never has snow or has lots of snow? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. Would you rather live somewhere that never has snow or has lots of snow? As I said before, this is kind of a tough question for me because I kind of like both. I like places that never have snow because they have lots of sun usually, which is good for my energy. But I like places that have lots of snow because they have a long cold season, so I can sleep really well. So it's a tough question, but for me, how about you? Would you rather live somewhere that never has snow or has lots of snow? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. All right, K-Workshop says, I'd like to live somewhere or some area that has no snow because I can't ride a motorcycle in the snow. Nice answer. Would you rather live somewhere that never has snow or has lots of snow? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. All right, Takesh says, I'd rather live somewhere without snow since enjoying snowy scenery once in a while is enough for me. Nice answer. Is this a tough question for you? If it's a tough question, you can write that too. You might say, I don't know. I don't want to live somewhere that never has snow, and I don't want to live somewhere that has lots of snow. So it's a tough question. All right. Well, if you're still typing, please continue, and you can share your answer in the chat or in the comments anytime. Now, you can ask me new questions in the chat or in the comments. You have 4 minutes. All right. YO says, I'd like to live somewhere that has rare, you don't have to use you can just say rare snow, or rarely. I'd like to live someplace that rarely has snow. Great sentence. Nice answer. Grandma K says, hands down, never has snow. Nice answer. Me, I would definitely rather have tofu. But how about you? And that's my question. But now I want you to make your question and ask me the question in the chat or in the comments. If you want to make a question about snow, you could ask, like, would you rather go to a ski park or a hot spring? Like when there's lots of snow, for example. But, any question is okay. All right. K Workshop says, do you have any plans to go to a ski resort this winter? Great question. Yes, I'm planning on going to a ski resort this month. I think it's called Yuzawa Ichigo, maybe. How about you, K Workshop? I think an interesting question might be about food. Would you rather eat ice cream in the summer or in the winter? I would say for me, I'd probably choose summer, but winter is okay too. I love eating ice cream all year. If you're just joining the show, feel free to ask me new questions in chat or in the comments. You can ask me the question now, or you can ask me the question anytime. I made this show to give people the opportunity to learn and use English. So please go ahead and try to use English. All right, Grandma Kay's got a question. She says, have you ever skated? Great question. Yeah, I skated quite a bit when I was a child. There was a popular skating rink in my hometown. All right. Right. If you're still typing, please continue, and you are welcome to share your questions in the chat or in the comments anytime. But that's the end of tonight's show. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's Speak, the live chat for learning and using English, is every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Japan Standard Time. So, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I look forward to learning and using English with you again. Till next time. Bye.